video we're going to look at a very common complaint with Kindles, and that's that they won't charge. And we're going to look at some quick fixes. It's not guaranteed to solve your problems, but it's a very good start, and it goes through all the common reasons for this problem in Kindles. So hopefully you'll find the solution. So first thing to try, you can try charging it from a computer. That rules out several things that could be wrong. However, there's a strange thing that often happens. If Kindle's too low on power, it won't charge from a computer at all, which is quite strange. You can also try simply jiggling the cable about. If you've just tried to charge it once and it hasn't worked, maybe the cable's not in perfectly, so if you jiggle it, you should see a charging light come on, and this should be a kind of orange colour if it's not very charged, or green if it's very close to being fully charged. So you need to see that light, otherwise the Kindle's not charging. And you want to try watching the Kindle charge, making sure that light doesn't go out. If it's a dodgy connection, maybe you have to keep jiggling it. That sometimes fixes the problem. So when you're thinking about how to fix it, it makes sense to go through it logically. So look at all the things that could be wrong. Really, there's three things to look at. The first one is the plug, then you've got the cable, and then you've got the Kindle itself. So I can go through each of these and try and figure out what could be causing the problem. So start with the cable. This is probably the most common cause for faults. Simply, if you know someone else with a Kindle, try their cable. If it charges, then you know that your cable's dodgy, so you want to replace it. Maybe it could be the plug. So common problem with plugs is a fuse could be blown, because when a fuse blows, you've literally got a gap in the circuit, so no current will pass through, hence your Kindle can't charge. And a good way to test it is to take the cable out of the Kindle, turn off your Kindle completely. I hold down the button to switch it off, and then put the cable back in, and as you said, does the Kindle turn on? If the Kindle is being turned on by the cable going in, it shows that there's a current going through it. So the fuse is fine. The plug's probably working. You could also try another plug. And if that doesn't do anything, then it's probably not the plug that's your problem. If none of that works, i.e. trying a different cable, trying a different plug, all the other things, then maybe it's the problems with your Kindle. That's a lot harder to fix. You can try resetting it, which is if you hold down the power button or slide, if you've got one of the other models, and just hold it for about 20 seconds, it should restart. Some of them have a kind of reset button. You can maybe look for that, a bit like the calculator, and just a bit you can poke with a pencil, and that restarts it. Could be a problem with your battery. If you're very technically minded, perhaps you could replace it, but do you really want to be jiggling through all of the insides of it, which may or may not solve your problem and will void the warranty. So I also could think maybe it's connection problem, i.e. when you put the plug in, it isn't connecting with the inside bit, so it's not actually conducting the power through it, so that's why it's not charging. Maybe you've dropped it and it's bashed everything. Perhaps that could have caused your problem. And if all else fails, you gotta consider using the warranty. So hopefully, if you try some of these, maybe you'll fix the problem. And good luck with that.